So another 10 mistakes. Number 1 is quite complex. If they were there when Tanya claimed to be there, they would have spent more money. Now, clearly we're talking about the past here. We're talking about a past event. And if you know your conditionals well, you'll realise that this form is correct. This is third conditional. And third conditional is used about past hypothetical situations. So we need third conditional here. So let's first of all look at this part. If they were is wrong. If they had been would be the correct form of the verb to be in third conditional, because we need had and the third form, and been is the third form of to be. However, we're not finished yet with correcting this one, because not only is it third conditional, but we also have the verb claim, and I have told you in another video recently that claim is a verb which we very often see used with the perfect infinitive, especially when we're talking about a moment which is previous to the time when Tanya claimed, and we are. And so to have been would be much better here. Because of that verb claim, it's very often used in the perfect infinitive. In fact, it sounds wrong not to use it in the perfect infinitive here. It sounds much nicer like that. And then we're all correct. If they had been there when Tanya claimed to have been there, they would have spent more money. Okay? Number 2, she denied to let him in. Now, the problem is actually vocabulary here and not gerunds and infinitives, although there is a mistake. Deny is a gerund verb, and so if it was deny, then it would be deny doing something. But we're not talking about denying something here. We're actually talking about refusing something. She refused. And then it's correct to let him in. Because deny is when you say, it wasn't me, I didn't do it. Yeah, it wasn't me, I'm not guilty, it wasn't my fault. You deny something when you deny your responsibility. But you refuse to do something. You refuse to let someone in your house, or you refuse to speak to someone, or whatever, or you refuse to come to someone's party. Okay, number 3, Sherlock made everything he could to help Reese. I hope you can even hear, because it certainly is obvious to natives, that this verb is wrong. And that we certainly don't use make in the sense of doing some actions. Doing well, doing badly, doing something to help someone. That would be doing. You're doing actions there. You're not creating something new like with make. Make is normally when you're actually building or creating something. Okay, number 4. They saw the second door was broken with an axe. Now, this is a problem with the tenses here. And I think if you said this to a native, very often they would still understand you, and they may not even recognise that it's a mistake, but I would certainly say it is a mistake. You could use 2 other tenses here, but not past simple. Now, the tense which was correct for my student was being broken, because this is past continuous, and we use past continuous when we are in the middle of an action. And so they saw that in this film which the student was retelling, the witnesses saw, when they came round the corner, they saw someone hitting the door with an axe. So they saw the second door was being broken with an axe. Okay? It really ought to be past continuous. However, had been broken is also possible if when they saw the door, it had already been broken. It was already damaged, but there was not somebody in the middle of the action of chopping the door down. It had been broken if it had already happened, and you can only see the results. Okay, number 5. There were under 2 days left. This is very close, and this is unfortunate because we do use under to mean less than. And that's what I prefer here. There were less than 2 days left. You can use under if you, for example, set students a task. Maybe you're a teacher and you say, I want you to complete this in less than 5 minutes, in under 5 minutes, I think then we do use it quite conversationally to mean it less than. But here there were less than 2 days left. I don't like under. It doesn't sound quite as correct as less than. But in some situations we do use under to mean in a certain period of time. In under 5 minutes, you know, you need. It's normally for when you're setting someone a task and say you need to complete this in under 5 minutes. So that's when I most often hear it. But you can still use less than. Okay, number 6. I don't like the idea to work in the same company for donkey's years. So a good idiom, first of all, for a long time, for donkey's years. That's correct. But I don't like the idea of working. Okay, we need of and a gerund here. We don't want to work, 2 plus infinitive. I don't like the idea of working in the same company. Then it sounds lovely. Okay, to go to an expedition, I'm afraid we say go on an expedition, and you can probably think of some other ones here. To go on holiday, to go on a date. There are quite a few to go on expressions. To go on a trip, to go on a journey. So, please remember all of those go on expressions. Number 8, by his own. No, you need to say on his own or by himself. I think I've mentioned this before. Probably lots of times. Yeah, by himself, on his own. Number 9, I've had my adenoids deleted. I've seen this word very often used, deleted, or I've heard it very often used for when somebody has something taken out. So I've had my adenoids taken out or removed, I think would be better here. I've had my adenoids removed. I've had my adenoids taken out. When you have an organ of the body or a part of the body which is taken out, appendix. I've had my appendix taken out. I've had my appendix removed. Not deleted. Delete is what you do on the computer when you don't want to see what's on the page and you want to take it away, yeah? And so you delete the whole page, or you delete the last word, or you delete the last sentence. Number 10, there were 2 new employees whose names were Judy and Julie. This is, this part, the relative pronoun here is wrong. We need to say there were 2 new employees whose names, because we're referring to the names, whose names were Judy and Julie. Okay, I hope that's all clear. Please ask questions if you didn't understand any of these points that I was making under the video, and I hope to see you all soon.